Beth Jones. First tonight, one person is in critical condition after a head-on collision between a pickup truck and a tractor trailer in Clifton earlier this evening.
Crews responded to that crash on Route 9 around 6 p.m. Investigators with the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office say the driver of the pickup sustained serious injuries and was transported to the hospital by life flight. The driver of the tractor trailer was not seriously injured, but both vehicles were destroyed.
Upon the officers' arrival, they determined that both vehicles were disabled. The subject in the small pickup truck, it appears that he may have crossed the center line, colliding with the tractor trailer.
The cause of the crash remains under investigation. However, Chief Deputy Knapp says there are no signs that speed or impairment were factors in the crash.
Well, the Kennebec County Grand Jury has indicted several people in connection with shooting incidents. According to the grand jury report, 21-year-old Christopher Manigat was arrested in connection with a shooting in May in which a man was shot in the leg on Silver Street Extension in Waterville. The report says when police responded, they saw a man running from the scene. After several months of investigation, Manigat was arrested in August. He was indicted for aggravated assault and reckless conduct with a firearm. Two men that were arrested in Augusta in May after reports of gunfire were also indicted. 29-year-old Austin Saucier and 30-year-old Peter Gabriel, both listed as transients, were indicted on charges of reckless conduct with a firearm. Saucier was also indicted on possession of a firearm by a prohibited person.
Meanwhile, there's a domino effect happening in the Penobscot County courts. A backlog of cases is causing ripple effects within the DA's office, law offices, and the jail. Our Jody Hersey looks into what's causing so many cases to pile up.
Penobscot County has a large backlog. It's not the largest. It's going to take several months, 18 months to 2 years to catch up.
District Attorney Christopher Almy says the backlog of cases in Penobscot County is due in part to the COVID pandemic, but it's not the only reason. Almy says the lack of court-appointed attorneys available has also affected the amount of cases still waiting to be heard.
The other thing is that in Maine, it's one of those states where every criminal case, despite the lack of severity, they're entitled to a jury trial. And once they ask for a jury trial, that just slows the whole process right down.
Cases involving defendants currently housed in the Penobscot County Jail get priority over cases involving a misdemeanor. Sheriff Troy Morton says the quicker the backlog is addressed, the more it will ease the overcrowding at the jail.
We have a very small population of sentenced inmates now. We are almost 80% pretrial, meaning those that have not been convicted of a crime are still sitting here waiting. The process needs to move quicker.
Morton says county jails are required to provide a list every 2 weeks to the courts that show the pretrial status of individuals still sitting in jail. Morton says some have been behind bars for more than 400 days. But what's more unsettling for Morton is how this backlog is affecting the victims of these crimes.
And I feel too often that victims are being lost in this. We're spending a great amount of time focusing on those that are incarcerated and their rights. We've totally lost track of victims, and that is troubling when these cases go on and on.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, we are less than a week away from a potential government shutdown as Congress has failed to reach an agreement on a spending bill. Our Grace Blanchard looks at what kind of impact this will have on Mainers.
Congress is running out of hours to avoid a potential government shutdown, which many representatives say benefits nobody.
This is a totally unnecessary, unforced error which will cause havoc.
A government shutdown would cause the roughly 11,000 Maine federal employees to go days, weeks, or even months without payments.
Over 50% of this operations funding for our state is actual federal funding. So it all stops.
According to Maine Congresswoman Shelley Pingree, a small group of Republicans are to blame for the potential shutdown.
A huge majority of Republicans and Democrats do not want to block a compromise, want to see the government stay open.
Governor Mills said in a statement, quote, "Government shutdowns are needless, self-inflicted crises that destabilize our economy, jeopardize services that Maine people rely on, endanger our national security, and further erode the already strained faith of people in government." I know that Maine's congressional delegation is working hard to avoid a shutdown, and I urge other members of Congress, particularly House Republicans, to put aside this unnecessary brinkmanship and uphold their most basic responsibility by funding the government. The UMaine Chair of Political Science says for many Mainers, a shutdown would result in major economic impacts.
There will be Mainers who will be directly impacted in a negative way by a government shutdown. No doubt about that. And that's going to be true of Americans across the country.
Senator Angus King believes a shutdown would cost the economy billions, resulting in rises in credit and interest rates.
Just not a way to run any organization. And there's no reason that we can't get these decisions made on time.
For many, the hope is that a resolution will be met before the deadline.
It's just not good for our state. It's not good for our country. It's not good for our military. I hope that we can get the Republicans to move forward, make some good decisions, and we can keep working.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Low-income Mainers will get some help with their electric bills. The Maine Public Utilities Commission approved a one-time increase to its low-income assistance program, as well as an increase in the federal poverty level eligibility threshold. That means an additional 46,000 Mainers should qualify for assistance. The average customer benefit should also increase by up to 31%. You can find out if you qualify at your local community action agency or through Department of Health and Human Services programs.
A Bangor resident is pushing back against the city to keep some animals that she says are helping her son. Our Matthew Jurancic has that story.
When CJ Martin was born, doctors told his mother that he wouldn't live long.
He has the holoprosencephaly, which is fluid on the brain, dextrocardia. His heart's on the right instead of the left. He has right lung hypoplasia, which is half a lung on the right. He had a complete bilateral cleft lip and palate, which means he had no upper lip and no roof to his mouth. And he had no eyeballs. He's anophthalmic. The prognosis after he was born was that he would likely die before he was 2 years old.
Now at age 25, he's defied all odds. Amy Martin describes her son as inquisitive and someone who enjoys meeting new people. But she says heavy isolation from the pandemic severely impacted CJ, and she noticed he was more withdrawn. It was then his mother knew she needed to do something.
I just kind of researched what other people had done, and I came across the chickens, and I thought, hey, that's something we could actually do.
Amy tells me she got these 6 backyard chickens in April of 2023 to deal with CJ's anxiety, depression, and isolation caused by the pandemic. Yet she says it's what CJ learned from these chickens that helped create this unique bond.
They've given him a sense of purpose. To be able to find something that brought him out of the state that he was in of, feeling isolated and depressed and things like that is just, there's no way to put words to it.
However, in Bangor, there's a city ordinance that prohibits anyone from owning farm animals within the city's urban developed area. Because of where the Martins live, they technically shouldn't have the chickens, but the Bangor Board of Appeals will be considering the family's request to override the ordinance.
Is this particular appeal unique? 100%. Very unique.
Martin says if the board denies her request, she will continue to fight the decision.
Am I going to stop fighting? No. No, he deserves to be able to keep the chickens. He needs assistance, and these are just one way of helping him to kind of navigate his own world in his own yard.
The Board of Appeals will decide if the Martins can keep their chickens at City Hall on October 5th at 5 p.m. In Bangor, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Police in Gorham, Buxton, and Scarborough are asking you to keep an eye out for a white van used in drive-by shootings with pellet and BB guns. Investigators say suspects are shooting at and hitting both people and cars. Owen Kingsley spoke with one woman who says she had an encounter with the suspects late last night.
Sky Randall is a freshman at USM and was on her way back from a class in Portland when she says a white van pulled up beside her and began shooting some kind of pellets at her car. One even cracked through her window while she was driving.
All of a sudden I see some headlights pull up really fast behind me. I hear some tinging off of my car, and this car pulls up right next to me, like really close to the point where I could almost touch the car.
When Randall got safely back to her dorm, she checked the outside of her car.
And I get out of my car and I hear like the crackling sound of the glass, and I see that my whole window is shattered. I have at least 6 dimple holes on my car, so it happened pretty quick, just very rapid, and then all of a sudden they were up next to my car and took off. Police say this was just one report of many throughout the area on Monday. Around 8 Monday morning, they say a white Ford Econoline van was seen driving down South Street where a person was shot by a pellet as the van drove by.
A similar incident also happened on Turkey Lane in Buxton and in Scarborough.
I don't know much about guns, but I don't want to be hit by one.
Also happening Monday night at Hannaford, investigators say 4 cars were found with shattered windows in pellet-shaped holes.
After closing, there were police out in the Hannaford parking lot sweeping something up. They had come in and asked if we had any outward-facing security cameras. They just said that some kids were horsing around. I didn't assume that meant anyone's windows got shot out.
Police have identified potential suspects and won't say if they are adults or juveniles.
We're currently working on the investigation, as I said, with both Buxton Police Department and Scarborough Police Department.
Should people be looking out for this van?
They should. And if anybody has any additional information regarding these incidents, I would advise them to contact the local police department.
And that was Owen Kingsley reporting. Definitely a disturbing situation there.
Really just reckless, inappropriate behavior, to say the least,
Yeah.
On multiple levels. Obviously, shooting any kind of ammunition at a driver in general, but, you could also just cause a car accident doing that type of thing. So just ridiculous, and we certainly hope the authorities find who's responsible.
Absolutely. On a brighter note, though.
On a brighter note.
Today
yes.
was just absolutely gorgeous outside weather-wise. No complaints from either of us.
Yeah, we're definitely being spoiled, and I'm okay with it. Let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Your first weather is brought to you by Winterport Sheds. You need an extra storage, a place to live, camp on your lot, building for your pets. Check them out at Winterport or at the Bangor Mall. And, of course, at winterportsheds.com. And let's talk about low temperatures this morning. Yeah, got a little chilly, right? Low temperatures down, hanging out near 40 or so. We'll do this all over again tonight. The clear skies, light winds will give us some dense fog in there as well, with some cooler temperatures by tomorrow morning. But we did this today. High temperatures reached for 70, stopped just short here in Bangor. Also Millinocket and Bar Harbor will likely get closer to 70 across the region tomorrow, with lots and lots and lots and lots of sunshine once again. It's going to be a gorgeous day tomorrow, and for Thursday and for Friday, a long dry stretch across our region, followed by maybe some cloud cover next week, Monday or Tuesday. Otherwise, we're dry around here. Our forecast ends tonight, though. We're talking about mostly clear skies, a bit cool, with low temperatures hanging out near 40. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Alrighty, those nice, cool fall overnights.
Yep, they roll on.
They do. All right, well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, Acadia National Park will be hosting a series of resume workshops to draw in employees. We'll explain.
And we'll have a preview of what we can expect this leaf peeping season. We'll have those stories and more when we come right back.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Looking to buy or sell your home in eastern and central Maine? Look no further than Melissa Bartlett of Better Homes and Gardens Masiello Group. With more than 25 years of experience in the industry, multi-millions in sales, and 5-star recommendations, Melissa knows the ins and outs of the market, making your real estate journey seamless. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, Melissa's expertise will guide you every step of the way. Your journey to a new home starts here with your Maine move and Melissa Bartlett. Call today and let her experience be your advantage.
Mesothelioma is more than a ravaging illness. It is a disease that can ruin a family's finances and is never the victim's fault. The law offices of Joe Bornstein has been fighting and winning for Maine families for nearly 50 years, and we've collected over $500 million for injured Mainers. If you or a loved one is a victim of mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call Joe today for a free case evaluation and to learn about your family's legal rights. Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
Hello, I'm Emma Smith, and coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear from a Bangor family who has found a loophole in the anti-chickens ordinance by registering them as emotional support chickens. Plus, we'll localize the issue of a possible government shutdown, hearing how it'll affect local folks' Social Security checks. The stories and more coming up.
A program that has helped more than 29,000 students across the state attend college is getting a $4 million boost in federal funding. The U.S. Department of Education is awarding the money to the University of Maine for the Gaining Early Awareness and Readiness for Undergraduate Program, or GEAR Up. GEAR Up Maine has prepared economically disadvantaged students in Maine for college by providing tutoring, mentoring, career counseling, and exposure to college campuses. In a statement, Maine's congressional delegation said, quote, "For decades, GEAR Up has helped to provide a solid foundation for students across Maine who at times might have felt that opportunities for a post-secondary education were financially out of reach. By equipping our young people with the resources and guidance needed to build a brighter future, we are, in turn, making investments in the future of Maine," end quote.
Acadia National Park is looking to hire more seasonal employees, and they're offering a resource to make the application process easier. The park is hosting a series of federal resume workshops in partnership with Mount Desert Island Adult Education and Ellsworth Adult and Community Education. These free workshops aim to provide the tools for prospective seasonal employees to submit a job application to Acadia National Park and will be held both in person and online. The park hires more than 100 seasonal employees every year. Public Affairs Officer Amanda Pollock says these jobs have great potential for developing into full-time careers.
We have all different types of jobs here at Acadia National Park, from janitors to trails workers, to park rangers who are out and about in the park all day. And even though all these jobs are very different, the application process is similar for all of those. So anybody with any amount of interest in working at Acadia and having Acadia as their office should come on down.
You must register for the federal resume workshops ahead of time. There are 5 more workshops scheduled between now and December. You can head to our website, foxbangor.com, to view the full schedule.
Well, as that calendar progresses to autumn, so do the colors of New England's vibrant forests. Our Doug Banks spoke with a UMaine professor to understand where the best places are to go to see that colorful splendor and what to expect during this year's leaf peeping season.
Autumn in Maine brings people together, from distant corners to next-door neighbors. According to UMaine Forest Ecosystem Physiology Professor Jay Wasson, foliage moves from north to south. So if you haven't seen changing colors, get your flannels out, because everything will soon fall into place.
In terms of the broad scale, thinking about peak fall color, you're not going to get really anything until late September in the state of Maine, and then it progresses throughout the month of October throughout the rest of the state.
If you're planning on following the foliage, waterfronts, wetlands, and vistas are the best places to go.
Lakesides or streams or wetland areas, because that's where you're very likely to see red maple. And red maple is one of those species that produces great color.
From rookie leaf peepers to seasoned foliage aficionados, it's important to remember where you're standing before you look out and understand why Maine is more than what you see on a postcard.
If you're on state land or if it's a land trust property or something, and just following the kind of general rules and guidelines for use of those spaces. Everybody obsesses about peak fall foliage. I think you also can step back from peak fall foliage and think about fall foliage as being one aspect of just a nice time outdoors.
In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
So for the really hardcore leaf peepers who want to extend that season, now is the time to go up north and do your traveling. It's a good excuse to maybe explore the county.
To head up north, absolutely, yeah.
Right, and then as the foliage makes its way down, just
stay local and
yeah, more opportunity for travel and just. So many amazing places in Maine to take it all in.
I think you could probably find an adventure every single weekend between now and when the foliage goes away, and it wouldn't be a bad idea.
No, it really wouldn't.
All right.
Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, we'll have a look at what's making headlines nationally.
That and, of course, your local sports coming up as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
We didn't forget about the crumbs. We're just prolonging our time with every last bit of crispy, juicy tender.
Now, mix and match a McCrispy, Quarter Pounder with cheese, Big Mac, or 10-piece McNuggets. Buy one, get one for $1.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi, I'm Tony Hafford from TC Hafford Basement Systems, the all things basement-y company. Basement waterproofing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. Since 1991, over 15,000 Maine homeowners have trusted TC Hafford Basement Systems to fix their basements. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basement-y.
To build the Honda CR-V Hybrid, we took everything you love about the CR-V and kicked it up a notch with greater power. For a CR-V unlike any before. Adventure confidently with the most fuel-efficient full-line automaker over the last 5 years. The CR-V and CR-V Hybrid, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles. Visit your local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily. Buy online or reserve from select Honda dealers.
I can't believe it.
Did you hear who won?
Our sister works with the guy.
I heard they're from Brunswick.
Tri-State Megabucks is our local game where jackpots start at $1 million. Now drawings are on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Even if you don't win, you might know somebody who did, because locals win here.
My boyfriend's father's cousin said they live in his neighborhood.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
We didn't forget about the crumbs. We're just prolonging our time with every last bit of crispy, juicy tender.
Now, mix and match a McCrispy, Quarter Pounder with cheese, Big Mac, or 10-piece McNuggets. Buy one, get one for $1.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
On Capitol Hill, it's a race against the clock to find bipartisan support on a plan to fund the federal government before the end of this week. Fox's Madeline Rivera is in Washington with the latest efforts in the House and Senate, starting with tonight's procedural vote in the House, which narrowly passed, moving the House Speaker's partial funding plan to debate.
The rules are suspended. The bill is passed.
With less than 5 days remaining to fund the U.S. government past September or risk a federal shutdown, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy pushed for a vote on 4 full-year spending bills.
The Senate has done nothing this entire time. The House will continue to act and lead to make this happen.
While McCarthy's effort wouldn't fund the full government or prevent a shutdown, the Speaker pledged to also put forward a continuing resolution this week aimed at temporarily funding the government while budget negotiations continue. But the Speaker said the GOP version would include provisions to secure the border, something Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has called a total non-starter. Instead, Senate Democrats, critical of McCarthy's plan, unveiled their own bill to avoid a shutdown, one that would fund the government until November 17th.
I'm not sure what his plan is, but in the Senate, ours is to prevent a government shutdown and have an orderly process of spending bills considered by the Senate.
Meantime, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle warned of dire economic consequences should the government shut down, with Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell urging his Republican colleagues to pass the funding measure.
I've been pretty clear in my view that government shutdowns are bad news.
The House Speaker is also pushing for a one-on-one meeting with President Biden, a discussion he called very important for averting a shutdown. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
Meantime, in a statement, the White House called for Republicans to support passing the Senate's continuing resolution to keep the government open, calling it a down payment on disaster relief and an important show of support for Ukraine. And in other news, the Attorney General and DEA administrator meeting with families who have lost loved ones to fentanyl today. This as the number of fentanyl-related deaths is surging across the U.S. Fox's David Spunt has more on where the drugs are coming from and what the U.S. is planning to do to stop their flow into our communities.
Families affected by fentanyl poisonings gathering in Washington, D.C. Tuesday, joined by Attorney General Merrick Garland and DEA Administrator Ann Milgram for the second annual Family Summit on Fentanyl.
I am adamant that this is a national security crisis.
One mother reflecting on the loss of her 32-year-old daughter, Ashley Romero, who died in 2018 after taking half a pill of what she thought was her medication.
She didn't know about fentanyl. I didn't know about fentanyl 5 years ago. So now, sadly, families like me become experts.
Garland and Milgram pointed the finger at the Mexican drug cartels, primarily the Jalisco and Sinaloa cartels, who they say are the two biggest producers of fentanyl brought into the United States.
These cartels operate without respect for human rights, for human life, or for the rule of law.
The U.S. Border Patrol chief tweeting that 69,000 pounds of narcotics have been seized this fiscal year between ports of entry. Nearly 3,000 pounds of that has been fentanyl.
We are on pace to seize more this year than we have ever seized before.
According to the CDC, the provisional number of deaths likely from fentanyl in 2022 is almost 75,000, up more than 30% from just 3 years ago. Attorney General Garland says one way to combat overdoses is broader access to overdose reversal drugs, like Narcan, that can help save lives. In Washington, David Spunt, Fox News.
A judge has dismissed all charges against the Philadelphia police officer who shot and killed a driver during a traffic stop due to lack of evidence. Officer Mark Dial had been facing a murder charge for fatally shooting 27-year-old Eddie Irizarry back in August. Police initially reported that Irizarry had lunged at Dial with a knife, but body camera footage shows Officer Dial approaching the car with his gun drawn as his colleagues are asking Irizarry to show his hands. Dial then shoots Irizarry at close range, with Philadelphia police stating that this was because of the knife in Irizarry's car looked like a gun. Irizarry's family was incensed by the judge's ruling.
They said lack of evidence. How can it be lack of evidence? The evidence is there in your face. The videos was played in the courtroom, all of the videos. What is lack of evidence to you, Judge? What is it?
Once you got a chance to see the knife, and it's what we've been talking about from the beginning, it looks like a .38. It's got the black handle, it's got the metallic edge to it, and when it's pointed right at your face from the vantage point he had, there's no doubt about the fact that he believed it was a gun.
The defense called it a tragedy, but not a crime, and argued Dial was acting in self-defense when he fired his weapon through the rolled-up driver's side window of Irizarry's sedan.
Attorneys general in Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and New York are teaming up with the Federal Trade Commission to go after Amazon. Federal regulators suing the retail giant for allegedly stifling competition. Fox's Molly Line has the story.
The Federal Trade Commission and 17 states joining forces to sue Amazon, accusing the nation's biggest online retailer of violating federal and state antitrust laws.
So this case is ultimately about competition, and competition that has been foregone because of Amazon's unlawful tactics.
The tactics outlined in the complaint filed in Washington include anti-discounting measures that punish sellers for offering lower prices elsewhere, forced use of Amazon's costly fulfillment services, biased search results to favor Amazon products, and costly seller fees. All practices the FTC alleges gives Amazon an unfair advantage.
Greater competition will mean lower prices, better quality, better selection, and greater innovation.
Amazon, however, doesn't see it this way. It's accusing the FTC of departing from its role of protecting consumers and competition and of being wrong on the facts and the law. In a statement, Amazon's general counsel saying in part, if the FTC gets its way, the result would be fewer products to choose from, higher prices, slower deliveries for consumers, and reduced options for small businesses, the opposite of what antitrust law is designed to do. Connecticut's Attorney General disagrees.
Just because Amazon is great and in many ways wonderful and convenient doesn't mean Amazon can break the law. And it doesn't mean that Amazon can break our nation's and our state's antitrust laws to stay on top and dominate the market.
Amazon is also facing separate lawsuits in California and Washington, D.C. over similar complaints of unfair pricing policies. In Boston, Molly Line, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, President Biden joined the UAW's picket line earlier today. We'll have the latest from their strike of Detroit's Big Three.
And in sports, Maine football is 0-4 and has 0 passing touchdowns. How the team plans to get on track. We'll be right back.
Let's play Snake Oil.
Sniff out the scam product and win life-changing money.
This show's crazy.
Snake Oil premieres Wednesday, September 27th on Fox.
PDQ Door presents CHI Doors. CHI Doors are tough, dependable, engineered for fit and function. CHI Doors from PDQ Door, Hamden, Rockport, Bath, Waterville, Holton, Presque Isle, and PDQDoor.com.
Some things are worth waiting for. Something reliable, something loyal, something long-lasting. A 6-year warranty? Coyote's got that. One machine for all the dirty work? Count on Coyote. Coyote won't break your heart, and Whittemore & Sons got the deals that won't break the bank. So quit swiping and settling for less. Slide into Whittemore & Sons and be treated like family by a family who cares. 257 Waterville Road, Skowhegan.
Jerry's Used Cars has been a family-owned business for more than 30 years, currently in Corinna and Vesey. However, we have changed a little as we are no longer just a buy here, pay here dealership. We now have access to outside financing and also carry utility trailers. We would be happy to assist you with your next vehicle purchase. And don't forget, here at Jerry's Used Cars, we offer an extended warranty. So give us a call at either our Corinna or Vesey location.
ABC7, Fox 22, The Blue Alpaca, and More and Fuel want to send you to see the Dropkick Murphys on their Fall Tour 2023 with the Interrupters and Jesse Ahern, Wednesday, September 27th at the Main Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store, 101 Main Street in Belfast, and More and Fuel in Bradley. Stop by or give us a call today. Win tickets to see the Dropkick Murphys September 27th on the Bangor waterfront.
All eyes are on Coach Prime in Colorado. The center of the sports universe is Big Noon Saturday on Fox. It all starts at 10 Eastern with Big Noon kickoff back in Boulder. In the end zone, touchdown! Then, quarterback Shadur Sandwich leads the electrifying Buffaloes. Listen to this crowd against Caleb Williams and the high-octane Trojan offense. The best pregame, the best announcers, the biggest game of the year. USC Colorado. It's Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
Always standing ready to answer the call to service. Service your garage door. PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
The strike by members of the United Auto Workers Union is deep into its second week. On Tuesday, their efforts got a boost of support from President Biden. Fox Business's Edward Lawrence is in Wayne County, Michigan, with the latest on his visit.
President Biden making history, becoming the first sitting president to walk a picket line with a union in modern time.
Stick with it, because you deserve the significant raise you need and other benefits. Let's get it! Let's get back what we lost, okay?
The president's appearance in Michigan, an effort to show solidarity with union members who, at day 12, remain locked in an escalating dispute with America's 3 biggest car makers. Strikers are calling for better benefits and increased pay. Auto companies say their demands are too much.
Numbers don't lie, right? If inflation went up 29%, why are you trying to offer us 19, 20, 21%? You know, it just doesn't make sense. And you offered your CEOs 40. That's not okay. We build these cars that the management's driving right now, you know.
Republicans, meantime, are critical of the president, saying it's his economic policies that led to the strike.
A picket line that he created.
the subsidized electric cars that are putting them out of business and sending their jobs overseas.
But the White House says it's the president's policies that are bolstering the economy.
He believes that there could be a win-win agreement here, but he's always going to stand on the side of workers, always.
Wednesday, former President Trump is scheduled to visit Detroit and talk with auto workers to make his own pitch for the rank and file. In Wayne County, Michigan, Edward Lawrence, Fox Business.
Meanwhile, Republicans hoping to take President Biden's place are planning to criticize him heavily on the economy, the border, and his fitness for office during their second debate of the campaign season, which takes place tomorrow night. Fox's Bill Malugin has that story.
I will veto any spending bill that doesn't take us back to pre-COVID levels.
If we can use the military to secure somebody else's border, we can absolutely use our own military to secure our own border.
Republican presidential candidates making the rounds with voters ahead of the second GOP primary debate. The field of 7 candidates is now set. It's a smaller group, with former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson not qualifying due to tighter RNC standards. Florida Governor DeSantis will be standing center stage, former UN Ambassador Haley and entrepreneur Ramaswamy on his sides, Senator Scott and former New Jersey Governor Christie in the 4 and 5 spots, and on the wings, North Dakota Governor Burgum and former Vice President Pence. Former President Donald Trump is skipping the debate again, citing his commanding lead in the polls and saying the rest of the field is wasting their time. Trump's former Vice President, Mike Pence, is firing back after Trump called Florida's ban on abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy a terrible thing, posting on X, quote, "I'm pro-life and I always will be a champion for life." The candidates are now flocking to California for the debate, with Senator Tim Scott posting a photo of him meeting California fishermen. And the state's GOP chairwoman says expect the deep blue state's crime and homelessness problems to be highlighted on the debate stage.
I think what you're going to see from this debate this week is these candidates drawing a contrast between what California is and not bringing it to the rest of the country. And any one of those candidates could do a better job than Joe Biden.
And in a bit of a surprise, California Governor Gavin Newsom will be here at the debate tomorrow night. That's because President Biden's re-election team is sending him here, they say, to push back against GOP talking points and highlight any rhetoric they feel is extreme. Reporting in Simi Valley, Bill Malugin, Fox News.
A New York judge has ruled that Donald Trump committed fraud for years while building the real estate empire that catapulted him to fame. Judge Arthur Engoron ruling in a civil lawsuit brought by New York Attorney General Letitia James found that the former president and his company deceived banks, insurers, and others by massively overvaluing his assets and exaggerating his net worth on paperwork used in making deals and securing financing, in one filing going as far as to inflate the value of Mar-a-Lago by 2,300%. Engoron ordered that some of Trump's business licenses be rescinded as punishment, making it difficult or impossible for them to do business in New York, and said he would continue to have an independent monitor oversee the Trump Organization's operations. Trump's lawyer and spokesperson said they intend to appeal the decision, calling it, quote, an affront to our legal system. Engoron's ruling in a phase of the case known as summary judgment resolves the key claim in James's lawsuit, but several others remain. He'll decide on those claims and James's request for $250 million in penalties at a trial starting on October 2nd. Trump's lawyers have asked an appeals court for a temporary delay.
All right, I'm looking forward to the full 5-day. I think we have some good news coming that way.
Yeah, as long as there were no seismic changes from our 6 p.m. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good one. Stay tuned.
Yep.
A few low temperatures in the 30s this morning. We'll do it again tonight, followed by some warmer temperatures and lots of sunshine tomorrow. Details for you when I come back.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
You asked and we listened. We've taken your suggestions and we've made our already amazing Percale bed sheets even better. As a thank you, we're bringing these to you for as low as $24.98 with your promo code. And our new line of Percale bed sheets include everything you loved about our original sheets. Lightweight, durable, breathable, and they sleep cool and crisp. But now, because of you, they're made with 100% long staple cotton and the highest thread count to date. These sheets are softer and more durable than ever before. Plus, they come in all these new colors and styles. And you'll be getting 5-star luxury sheets delivered directly to your front door for as low as $24.98. Not only that, they come with our 10-year warranty and the 60-day money-back guarantee. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen now. Use your promo code to save 50% or more. That's as low as $24.98. This introductory offer won't last long, so please order now.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Ellsworth, is sponsored by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. UMaine Online, over 50 online graduate programs offered through Maine's flagship university. Apply for spring, umaine.edu/online. Disconnected Tattoo and Art Shop with well-rounded artists and a fun atmosphere, located at the Maine Coast Mall in Ellsworth.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news, and Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Welcome to Hell's Kitchen.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef. Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef. You need to commit your part in this journey.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store. Visit our ranch and meet the alpacas or shop at our store in downtown Belfast. And again, a bit cool to our start day today. Temperatures hanging out near 40 or so. We can do it, but overall a bit cool, right? That'll be the case tonight and most likely tomorrow night as well. Here are the actual low temperatures. 43 here in Bangor, 37 Millinocket. Again, get used to temperatures like this because they'll likely be back again tonight and probably tomorrow night as well. But then we did this. A gorgeous day, right? Lots of sunshine, temperatures up near 70, just great. And it's going to be a bit warmer tomorrow and on Thursday and on Friday as a long dry stretch across our area finally, right? We deserve it. The wind is going calm out there now, though. That will likely give us some dense fog again tonight. We've been through this before, as you know. If you're driving, 4, 5, 6 a.m., look out for that locally dense fog across the area. It will not burn off very quickly tomorrow, though, with kind of the moisture in the environment. So overall, look for some fog to continue probably through about 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow morning and then quickly lift after that. But going forward, though, tomorrow is going to be a very nice day because what you see out there now is nothing, right? This thing is on. There's just no clouds across our region currently. And that's a good thing for you and for me because we'll get lots of sunshine back in the forecast for tomorrow. Don't forget your sunglasses. And high pressure is building in and likely staying with us into the weekend and beyond. All the rain across the south here will stay there. There's an old front in this area here, but again, that's going to stay there for us. No chance for rain really anytime soon. Let's walk you through it. So tonight, looking at clear skies again, look at some dense fog late probably again. Here's tomorrow, 10 o'clock or so. The fog is lifting, clear skies throughout the afternoon. And then overall tomorrow night looking good as well into Thursday morning. Here's Thursday morning now. Again, it's a nice couple days around here, slowly warming temperatures, low humidity. It's going to feel gorgeous across our region as we work late September into early parts of October. We are watching this, though. There's a tropical system out here, Felipe. But again, I'm going to run this into Saturday and then to Sunday and to Monday. This thing is still a long ways from anybody over here. So we're looking pretty good. It's going to be one of those things where we'll keep an eye on it for you over the weekend and beyond. But overall, this thing is still far, far, far away. Our forecast then tonight, though, looking at mostly clear skies. Some dense fog is likely. Look for low temperatures down near 40 and a calm wind out there now. For tomorrow, another very nice day. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. High temperatures up near 72 with that north breeze around 5 miles per hour. And then looking ahead here, 5-day forecast shows no complaints here, right? We earned this. Where was this all summer, right? 72 tomorrow, Thursday 74, Friday 72, back up mid-70s on Saturday, maybe even some upper 70s with some sunshine on Sunday. Beth?
All right, that looks just dandy to me.
Yeah. Just picture perfect.
Picture perfect. Here's hoping the leaves start to pop a little bit.
A little bit more. Yeah, already starting to see some color changes.
Yeah, a little more to see outside.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Sports coming right up. Stay with us.
In the beautiful town of Belfast, you'll discover a world of alpaca, the blue alpaca. At our ranch location, you can interact with these amazing animals and enjoy the beautiful Maine outdoors with your very own alpaca walk. Visit our website to book your alpaca walk and experience all the joy and beauty that comes with it. Shop at our downtown Belfast location or online and take advantage of our free nationwide shipping. You'll be ready for a comfortable, fashionable, and fun summer. The blue alpaca. Feel the difference.
Mesothelioma is more than a ravaging illness. It is a disease that can ruin a family's finances and is never the victim's fault. The law offices of Joe Bornstein has been fighting and winning for Maine families for nearly 50 years, and we've collected over $500 million for injured Mainers. If you or a loved one is a victim of mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call Joe today for a free case evaluation and to learn about your family's legal rights. Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I started a dog walking business. Oh! No, it's just too funny! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
For years, I've been inviting you to do business with Down East Toyota. Now let's hear from a customer.
I had been researching cars online and knew exactly what I wanted. With the vehicle shortage and popularity of the RAV4 Hybrid, I couldn't find exactly what I wanted anywhere. Down East came in clutch and found my dream car before it was ever built. It arrived early and the shop installed some options. I'd recommend Down East to anyone.
Thank you. We hope you'll soon discover that all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
I'll go naked. I bet you will. 25 words or less.
Flip-flop. Cougar. Little Caesars.
Sounds like a Tuesday for me.
Every weekday
at 9 on Fox 22.
The Commanders take on the Eagles. Then the Patriots battle the Cowboys. It's a huge doubleheader Sunday on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start on the gridiron. We'll start with Maine football. The Black Bears are 0-4, and a huge part of that is their passing game, or lack thereof. Through 4 weeks, Maine has no touchdowns through the air. Our Ryan Sudol has more on how they plan to get back on track.
It's all about us. It's all about us going out there and executing.
It's been rough goings for Maine football in that department. They're 0-4, scoring just 10 points a game, and notably, no passing touchdowns.
A lot of pieces that need to come together, and we're going to continue to work on it.
We're better than that, and we should be seeing better results. It's all on us.
One of the things that has led them to come up blank is costly penalties. More yardage to go for the first down equals more predictability.
That sets you behind, makes you one-dimensional, and allows the defense to be one-dimensional as well, and they know what to expect, so they can be aggressive towards that one thing.
And with that one thing being the passing game, results haven't been great, and starting quarterback Derek Robertson isn't pushing the blame on anyone else.
Ultimately, I'm the one that's throwing the ball, so it comes down to just putting the ball in the right spot. I got to put the ball in better spots so we can go out there and make plays.
As for how they plan to turn that around, the Black Bears are staying the course. They believe the way they've approached their games is ultimately the way to go.
No matter what we're given, attacking that with full effort, full confidence and belief. Whatever coach has for us, whatever play is called, whichever, numbers called, just make a play and give an effort.
But you can have not great passing numbers and still win games. But with the Black Bears' troubles defending third downs and just breaking off any big play, the bigger picture comes into view.
Little things are killing us here and there, and we're working extremely hard to fix those things. They're going to get fixed.
We all have to be better. Coaches, myself, players, in every aspect, we all have to improve, and that's what we're committed to doing.
And with a game coming up Saturday against a Stony Brook team that has trouble defending the pass, what a better way to get things rolling.
The game plan this week, connect, win our one-on-ones, to do everything right, starting from practice to film to after practice, rehab, everything. I have full belief and confidence in the world for my guys.
We really want to win, and it's coming.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, let's hope it's coming sooner rather than later. That is a 3:30 kickoff on Saturday. Let's stay on the football field here. The Patriots looking to make it 2 in a row on Sunday, but they would be pulling off an upset, taking down the Cowboys in Dallas. The last time the Pats took on America's team, it was 2021, Mac Jones's rookie year, a 35-29 loss for the Patriots in overtime. This time around, New England has a few ex-Cowboys on the roster. Obviously, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, and the Pats just signing Will Grier. He was a former Dallas backup quarterback to their practice squad. So on Monday, Dallas offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer said he's sure those guys are, quote, being interrogated, a comment that got quite the reply from Bill O'Brien.
I've never thought in my years in the league that any of that was a real overriding factor in a win or a loss. It comes down to the players on the field and the coaches putting the players in the right positions to make plays, and that's what we're trying to do. I don't think we're trying to hold a light over anybody and tell me what you did on July 20th of 2023. We're not doing that. We're not interrogating anybody.
All right, so they're not interrogating anybody. That's a good thing. Let's head to the high school scene now, and we will check out a few field hockey games from Tuesday evening, starting at Bangor High School. The Messalonskee Eagles coming up to take on the home Rams. Eagles are 4-2 on the year. First quarter, Messo with a good chance off a penalty corner. Great pass from Abby Stevens here. Sets up a great chance, but Isabella Gallant in net makes the save. The defense gets it out. Another chance here for the Eagles. Zoe Gilbert gets it to Hannah Fair, who rips one on net, but another save from Gallant in the midst of another scrum in the box. We're still scoreless, still in the first half. This time Stevens takes a shot off a corner, but what do you know? Gallant with another kick save. She'd get peppered all first half and all game, really. Messalonski's aggression would pay off. They would score 4 goals in the second half for a 4-0 win. All right, let's move up the street now to Union Street. John Bapst hosting Old Town in some field hockey. Scoreless as well. This is in the second half. Taylor Loring with a nice move. She's going to get it inside to Lindsay Mockler. A swarm of Coyotes at the net, but Ariana Cross makes the save. Coyotes again, a great chance here. Natalie Fournier tries the backhand once again, but the Crusaders once again keeping them off the board. All right, Loring now carries it into the box. She's going to make the pass to Fournier, but she would also be denied by that Crusaders defense. So to the fourth we go, still scoreless, time ticking down. Bapst has a chance. It's Madeline Copathorn shoots, but Amara Francis makes the save. Bapst would have the best chance in the overtime period too from Isabella Fagone, but Old Town holds strong. Mockler nets the game winner in double OT. 1-0 is your final. All right, and for some other scores from around the area, Mount Blue over Hamden in field hockey, 6-0. Caribou beats John Bapst in girls soccer, 2-1. In Class A field hockey, Brewer beats Lewiston, 2-0. And in boys soccer, Penobscot Valley beats Penquis, 3-2. All right, that is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by.
When it comes to fixing your car, you should have a choice.
But out-of-state automakers are starting to restrict access to your car's mechanical data.
That means local independent repair shops like mine.
And mine too, will lose their ability to diagnose problems and make repairs.
Forcing you to expensive dealerships.
Right to Repair will protect your choice.
Your choice.
It's your car. Get it fixed where you want.
Please vote yes on question 4. Yes on Right to Repair.
Ready to refresh your home? Fall into savings with incredible deals at the Furniture Gallery. Shop new arrivals from top brands like Ashley, Serta, Restonic, Nectar, and Franklin. Fall in love with unbeatable deals like our sofa and love seat sets for only $9.99 or sofas starting at $3.99. Indulge in ultimate comfort with over 150 recliner styles starting at just $2.99. My family and I are committed to giving you the best value for your money at the Furniture Gallery. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog bed.
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of my brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you get our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets for as low as $29.99. They truly are the best sheets ever. And with the biggest closeout special, we're clearing out our all-season My Slippers for only $25 and our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Pictionary.
Pizza delivery. Pizza waiter.
Waiter is correct. You just went $2
Weekdays at 10 on Fox 22.
Finally, tonight's spooky season is, of course, right around the corner, which means it won't be long before everyone breaks out their ghoulish decorations. I'm seeing some around my neighborhood already. Well, one haunted house is ahead of the curve and will be ready to go this weekend, but it's kicking things off a little differently. Our Devin Dagnall has more.
Maniac Manor in the Bangor Mall will be launching its 2023 season with a no-scare event, which means patrons will be able to walk through the halls without the fear of anyone jumping out at them. However, all the special effects and animatronics will still be active. John McCann, who owns and operates the manor, says No Scare is great for kids who are a little too young to enjoy the haunted house, but it also offers something for hardcore fans.
We've had many people come back in the past and say, oh, I wish I could just check out all the stuff that's going on in there. And so that's why we kind of opened it up for younger kids and people that appreciate the detail that's going on the inside.
The details are certainly not overlooked at Maniac Manor. Beyond the sights and sounds, McCann says the manor has been able to utilize all 5 senses to heighten the experience.
Like if you're walking past a fireplace, you could be smelling some burning leaves or something that's, cooking on the stove as well.
Nick Bambrick, one of the other owners, says even without all the jump scares, the house can still be terrifying.
Even John and I will walk through when we're all by ourselves, and everything's fake, but it's still pretty scary.
For the next 2 weekends, Maniac Manor's No Scare event will run from 4 to 7 on Saturday and 2 to 5 on Sunday. But after that, you'll have to go at your own risk.
I would have screamed like that, and probably louder.
That is so good.
Oh my gosh.
Well, definitely, it's great that they're offering, an event for everyone to enjoy,
right?
But also ramping it up for those who really like to get their scare on.
It's an interesting concept, and it's something I don't feel like I've ever heard of that before, where somebody kind of dumbs down a little bit on the front end, but then ramps it up on the back end.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting way to draw more people.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Alrighty, folks.